Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tech Guidification. On this episode we're going to be looking at cleaning out all the dust from your computer. Because so many times people will ask me to clean out their computer, or to fix their computer, and the first thing I see is all this dust inside the fans and on the motherboard, and I just can't work like that. So, this is how to clean out your computer. So for this video, 3 things that you'll need. 1, you'll need a screwdriver with a, you'll need some Q-tips, and you will need a vacuum cleaner. As you can tell, this isn't a new vacuum cleaner, but it is a vacuum cleaner. Oh, and for the vacuum cleaner, you want an end that's somewhat pointy and small, so that you can get in small places. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug this vacuum cleaner in, and I will be back. So excuse any videoing failures. This is on a tripod, so I have to run back and forth to end the camera. Sorry about that. So, and also excuse the noisiness of this vacuum cleaner. It is relatively loud. Just to warn you. So, let's start with the outside. As you can see, I have a brush-like end on the vacuum cleaner. So we're just going to go around the outside somewhat like that, just with it on. And I'll be rotating the case so that you can see everything. Other side, and this is the start and back. We're getting there. So now I'm going to go ahead and change the top, and then I will do the top, and get in here and everything before we open up the case. So, let's do that. So for the top, you can either use a vacuum cleaner like I am, or you can use a Swiffer and just dust off the top and sides of it. That works just as well. But for the inside, like the USB ports and stuff, you want to use a vacuum cleaner. And also, if you have a wireless card like I do, you want to put down the antennas just so that you can get in between there. So let's turn on the vacuum cleaner and do this back panel, and then we'll do the front one. take off this little DVI to VGA adapter. I can get in between there. Okay, almost done. Okay, so with the fans, what you want to do is just keep the fan in one spot so that the fan spins, and it will clean off all the dirt. Here I have just a fan. You can see all the dirt in there. So I'll show you what I mean. So if you can put it like that, see how it spins? And wait for it to. So that'll get all the dust off. So now what you want to do to get the rest of it off is to get your Q-tips out. So here I have my Q-tips. So just take a Q-tip. Just looks like that. And then you just kind of wipe them. Maybe hold it there. Wipe it down. This one's from such an old machine that you probably won't get all this gray stuff or this brown stuff on there. You can see how black that is. But yeah, just keep on doing that. I won't bore you to death with this. But with these ones, it should be relatively easy to do with a vacuum cleaner because they don't have that brown stuff on them. And you can also go around, like here I have on the power supply. I don't know if you can see that, but I have a grill covering it, so I can't get in there with, like, to clean the edges. So I do have to use a Q-tip for that in here too. So let me clean off these fans. Here you can see how it'll focus. Focus. No, not really. Sorry about that, but here on this side one, even then you can't really see it, but there's a lot of dust there. So I'll clean these off and come. So right now what you're looking at is the last fan that I have to clean out. That is my case fan, or my side fan. Yes, it's blue. It turns purple when it spins. And you can kind of see all this dust in here, all here, there, and there's a lot in here. You can't really see it on camera, I know, and I'm sorry, but see all that? Yeah, you don't want that. So that's what we're gonna clean out, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of that. I'll try and capture it as best as I can. Yeah, let's get started. So maybe this is a better viewing angle. Yeah, sometimes, just a warning about this, sometimes you have to give it a little bit of a spin before it'll start spinning on its own. And you have to find exactly the right spot. So it can be a little bit of a trick, but you can usually get it. So don't feel bad if you don't get it the first time. Vacuum clean up there. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. Just give it a little while, just to clean off all the dust as it goes by. think that's good. And again, with the Q-tip, you can brush off all of this in there, and on the other side. There's usually some stuff on the other side too. So if you rub it on the front side and you wonder why there's nothing coming off, then that's probably why. You can see all this gunk that was on just on this fan alone. So, and I washed it about maybe a couple months ago. So if you haven't washed it in like 15 years, expect results a lot greater than this. But the reason for doing this, because you might be saying, well, this is so much work to go through all of these components, like the if only my camera would zoom out, like the CPU fan, the RAM, the graphics card, the wireless card, if you have any front fans, a hard drive, etc., etc. Well, because if you have front air coming from the front and it's trying to move that way, the dust will prevent it from moving that way to a certain extent, but it can also short your system. I don't mean to scare you or anything, just letting you know the reality of dust in electronics. So I think that's everything. I'm gonna connect my side fan again. And the reason for this screwdriver, in case any of you didn't know already, is, yes, to put on the side panel. And to take off the side panel. Okay, so now that the side panel's on, I'm going to go ahead and screw these in off camera and plug it in, and let's see if it's any quieter. Welcome. So, as you can probably tell, we're back at the computer, just logging into Windows Vista. So here, let's just go ahead and feel the fan. Go down. So the fan is back there. Let's see. It's a lot cooler than it used to be when it was running. Sorry for showing you absolutely nothing. And let's do the sound clip.